All right, lads, welcome back to my podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy, or Therapy, if you want me to pronounce it properly, but I'm a Wexford man. Mick Thomas here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. Now we're up and running. We got a few episodes under our belt. We're now available on Apple. I use Anchor because I just like the format. I like how it's done, but we're true everywhere else. Anywhere else you get your podcast, guys, if you look me up, Mick Thomas, Cheaper Than Therapy, and just hit the subscribe. If you could be so kind, that'd be great. So every week I've reached out at the end of the podcast and I say, guys, if you want to send an email or get in contact with me, you can do so through my Instagram, because that's kind of the one I really go on. I kind of avoid Facebook, even though I go on there. I put my posts on and I run away. It's very toxic. Twitter is very one-sided. I don't like the Twitter, even though I have all these accounts. So I like Instagram, although that depresses me a lot too, right? I follow workout pages, so I follow guys with bodies I'll never have. I look for tattoos, right? Because I like the odd tattoo every now and then. And what happens there? I end up just seeing just half-naked girls with tattoos. So now I walk around horny. It's not good. Social media is not good for your brain, guys. Having said this, if you're watching or listening to this through social media is amazing. But anyway, so at the end of every episode, I've been putting up my Instagram page, Mick Thomas Comedy on Instagram. Reach out for any messages. And so I got one here, and I'm going to address it right away, as opposed to picking a topic. So I want to answer this guy's email. So let me read it for you. Bear with me, guys. I've a problem ever since I was a child. I can't read out loud. I sound like a robot, but we'll give it a go. Dear Mick, that's me. Me and my girlfriend saw you in Vermont and both loved your show. All right. I don't give away free t-shirts, but all right. I'll take that. Glad you have a podcast too. Oh, this must be a family member. I'm just kidding. I'll start again. Dear Mick, me and my girlfriend saw you in Vermont and both loved your show. Of course you did, guys. Of course you did. You guys are a fantastic show. Glad you have a podcast too. I have 2 questions for you, if you don't mind. Question 1. What is your opinion of comedians getting fired for making jokes in this climate? What do you mean climate as in the weather? It's getting chilly now. And 2, my cousin was recently fired from his job for making an inappropriate joke about a transgender person. Do you think he should have been fired? Thank you so much and best of luck with the podcast. P.S. Very sorry that Vermont was not a good experience. Come back. See us soon. Lawrence. I was kidding about Vermont. I had one of the best times when I went up that mountain. Although I was trying to get Vermont to redeem itself. And I was come back down the mountain. I was like, all right. After I went hiking, I was like, all right, Vermont is nice again. And then I rolled my ankle. I slipped and I rolled my ankle, which is still hurting me like almost a week, 2 weeks later. And as soon as I fell or slid down, I went, fuck Vermont. But the shows were great, man. So I if the shows and the people on the mountain are any reflection, you know I was just kidding around. So, but anyway, thanks for writing to me, Lawrence, taking the time. So let me go to your first question. What is your opinion of comedians getting fired for making jokes in this climate? That's something that me and my friends and all, when I say my friends, other comics have been talking about recently. Some people have been tweeting about it. Some really, really funny comedians have been tweeting about it. And there's somewhat of a civil war, I think they're saying, amongst comedians with differences of opinions. Look, I don't get involved in politics. I don't get involved in any type of discussion where you're going to piss somebody off. Right? But comedians are getting fired for making jokes. Okay? Like if you look at, what's the guy's name? I don't know him personally, but I hear great things about him. Shane Gillis. I hope I didn't mess his name up. I apologize if I did. He got hired for SNL and got fired from SNL before the show aired. And he made some jokes about Asian people. I didn't hear the jokes. So SNL went ahead and fired him, and everybody's up in arms about it, right? And it sucks. It really sucks. It's very unfortunate that Shane had got, because you understand how hard it is to be a comic, right? To get that shot at SNL, even to get an audition is huge. Even to get an audition for SNL is huge. Whether you like the show or not, it does wonders for your career. You can sell out venues, sell out theaters. I saw that firsthand with Leslie Jones. I got to work with Leslie Jones many times, and a lot of people, Leslie Jones was a strong comic, but a lot of people didn't know who she was until she got SNL, and then she's selling out the comic strip, right? So a lot of people, so SNL is huge, can help your career, and Shane got his taken away because of some jokes he made. Right now, it may not have been appropriate. First of all, let me fucking right. They don't. It's not that Lorne Michaels went up and he said, "I don't approve of those jokes." Because let's be honest, look back at the history of Saturday Night Live. The real history of it, right? There's been some of the most racist shit have been said on those shows. The most racist, outrageous shit that would have been approved by the higher ups. Okay? So I don't think anyone at SNL was really offended. My opinion, it's my opinion, that I don't think, and I could be wrong, I don't think anybody was really offended about what Shane said. I think what happens in this day and age is the network people don't control it anymore. You know who's in control of who goes on the shows? Domino's Pizza, Coca-Cola, Aflac, right? Because all those people, they're the one that pay a lot of money for advertisement. So if Domino's Pizza go, I don't approve of these jokes in this climate, right? I don't approve of these jokes. We're cancelling our advertisement. And then a show like Saturday Night Live, I'm not just saying Saturday Night Live, I'm saying every show, to go, wait, what can we do? What can we do? We'll get rid of that Shane guy for making that joke. Gone. Right? Gone. Just like that. And he would have been fired. So I think Lorne Michaels sat there and went, I'm so offended by that. Because if he did, it's kind of hypocritical based on what has been shown there in the past. Right? So so you have to look at the fact that it's the advertiser that are in these people there, and sometimes the people who make those decisions to fire them are backed against the wall. Right? And also to, again, not to defend, I don't want to say I want to defend Shane, but I do want to defend a comedian, because any comic I know here's the thing first, let me stop with the word comedian, right? First of all, anybody will get up on stage at an open mic, they'll do 10 minutes in front of 6 people, they'll get up twice, maybe 3 times, and they'll call themselves a comedian. Where do you draw the line, right? Where do you give the title to? When do you turn around and say that this person is a comedian? Right? When do you go, yeah, that guy's a real comedian? So when you become a real comedian, you become stronger, you become more aware, you become more talented on how you could. Trust me, I started, and when I started, I sucked, right? I didn't have the comedic maturity to form a joke. I would say something that not that was offensive, but the words I chose in a certain order were offensive. I hit trigger words, right? But as I got older, when I say older, I don't mean my age, as in my stage time. I got more and more times on stage. I got longer on stage. Then you become more comedically mature, right? You become better at it. So first of all, people hiding behind the fact that, I'm a comedian, I can say, I don't know. That's for me is a very tricky area, because I don't know who gets to call themselves a comedian. But anyway, so my point I'm trying to make is, to bring back to what I'm trying to say is, I don't think any comedian, when I say comedian, I'll say from my level of what I think a comedian is, I don't think any comedian sits in a green room, sits at home, sits at a coffee shop, at Starbucks, on a train, on a bus, in a writing group with some friends, and sits there and goes, I'm going to insult this race of people. I'm going to insult this person. I'm going to insult this group of people. The only time I see that is after Trump got elected. I'm not political. I don't ever plan on being political. Some comics would get up on stage and just bash Trump with no punchline. They would just use the fact that they have a stage and a microphone and just start bashing Trump, right? So there's no joke there. But I don't think, apart from that situation, I don't think any comic is going to sit down and go, you know what, I'm going to insult all these people. I don't think they have hate in their heart. I genuinely think most comics, good comics, established comics, and I would like to say Shane would be an established comic. So I don't think, and I didn't hear the guys, I didn't hear the jokes, I don't know the tweets. So I'm not defending them. So don't start writing letters to me and say, oh, I can't believe you defend a racist. No, but I defend a comedic person, a comedian who's been around for as long as Shane has. I think he's got his 10 years in. And I genuinely, like most comics who are around that length of time, do not sit down there and maliciously set out to hurt anybody. I think there's nothing but love. And I think they genuinely do want to create a great experience for everybody. That's my honest opinion. Right? That's honestly what I think. There's also a situation going on in Long Island which I didn't want to address. We addressed it in a green room on Long Island recently, where one comedian, I know the kid, I know the guy, I've no problem with him. I'm not going to say we're friends or anything, but I've no problem with him, right? We say hello to each other when we go to one of the local clubs there. He put up a tweet that a certain venue didn't like. So the venue banned him from performing there. Okay. Am I happy that happened? No. Nope. It's sad. Right? It's sad that he put out one tweet. Right? Which was a funny joke. I thought it was funny. I don't want to repeat it. But it was a funny joke. I don't want to mention his name because I don't want it to come across like I'm outing him. I don't know how public it is, although it's pretty public enough on Long Island. I don't think it's my place. So a certain venue banned him from performing there. But here's the thing, it was a theatre. Right? It wasn't a comedy club. If a comedy club banned him for a tweet he sent out that was a joke, I would have been very surprised. I would have been very upset. Maybe I would have picketed with them. There wasn't real pickets, by the way. But the fact that this see, here's the thing, guys, what some comics don't understand, and this is where the Civil War is. And I'm pro comic, I'm pro joke. I don't think anybody should be necessarily, punished for his joke. But also, this place that banned him is a theater. It's not a legit comedy club, right? So in that theater, they have all types of things. They're very child friendly. So there's a lot of kids who perform at that theater. There's a lot of young adults that perform in that theater. So if the theater says that we don't want, you look up Theater 3, right, on Long Island, and you look it up, and then all of a sudden you see who's performing there, you see the name, you do your homework, you see the joke, and then you get offended. Now people are going to call up that theater and go, hey, listen, this is not good. I can't believe you're putting this guy on your stage where children perform. Now again, that's taking it to a huge extreme, but I don't for a second think it would have got that bad. But here's what happens though, right? They have the right. They have the right to turn and decide who performs on their stage or not. And that's what certain comics don't get. They're a theater that has the right to put who they want on their stage. I get it, it's outrage, I get you're upset. I understand all that. But they have the right. They have the right to put who they want on that stage. And let's be honest. I work at that theater. I don't work at no more than twice a year. They don't pay you a lot of money. So really, what are you losing out on? Right? It's honestly the equivalent of if I were to work, if there was a deli that put on a comedy show once a month and they paid me $25 and they said, you know what, from now on you can't work at this deli. What am I going to do? Oh shit, I can't work at the deli anymore? I can't do a show at your deli on a Wednesday morning? Heartbroken. So I think people need to kind of calm down on that a little bit. Right? Just relax, guys. You didn't get banned from a TV show there on Long Island. Again, I like the guy. All right? I have no problem with him. I think he's a funny guy. But people forget that it's show business. There's no business like show business. It's show business, guys. And it's a business. And they choose who they want on their stage for their business to sell their tickets. So that's where the civil war is. Not just because of that case, but because of cases like that. Comics are getting banned and fired. Now then you got it on a bigger scale, like a Kevin Hart who got fired from a tweet he did 10 years ago. Like that shit annoys me because 10 months ago I was a different person. Right? You mature, you grow up. You shouldn't be held accountable for something you did 10 years ago. Unless it was murder. Right? Even then murder, you're like, yeah, I'm sorry. Time heals all, guys. And I just think 10 years later, if you're going to hold that against you. You know, Bill Burr said it best, going back to Shane again. Bill Burr said it on, I think, on David Spade's show. He goes, what about the person who ratted him out? What about the person who found what Shane said? Let's look into their past. Let's look into their tweets, their drunken opinions out at a party one night. So, Lawrence, I hope that answered your question about what I think about comedians getting fired for making jokes in this climate. It sucks. It sucks. It really does. But I genuinely don't think any comedian has hate in his heart. Yeah, they're all angry and fucking messed up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But I just don't think there's any hate in any comic's heart when they sit down, put a pen to paper, or type on a keyboard, or write on their phone. I genuinely don't think I'm out to insult this race of people. I don't think that's it. I've never seen that case. And I've been around thousands of comics. I wouldn't say thousands. Let's say hundreds of good comics. Not even hundreds. Fuck it. Enough comics to know that nobody writes hate. All right, and your second question, man. My cousin was recently fired from his job for making an inappropriate joke about a transgender person. Do you think he should have been fired? All right, I don't know where he works. Was it a he? Transgender person? Do you think he? I don't know where he works. Right? And I don't know what the joke was. I don't know. Like if he walked up and said all transgender people should be burned alive, right? That's terrible. Right? I don't know what the joke is. I don't know where he works. Is your cousin a priest? Did he go up on the altar and say it? And God said to Abraham, let all transgender people be marched into the... Did he? I don't know. I don't know where he works. Is he a coal miner, right, in Vermont? Do they have coal mines in Vermont? I don't know. I don't know what he does in Vermont. I don't know what his job is. Is he two guys on a construction site and he just looks over his shoulder? Guys, let me tell you something. These transgender people, I don't know where he works. I'm sorry. But that's the thing too that kind of came out of nowhere. Bang, right? Here's what I will say, right? First of all, let me just put this as a statement. So if any of you people down the line decide to play this clip from the podcast, do not edit this part out. I'm telling you, I have no problem with transgender people. I have no problem with any person. I think every person should go out, and I'm not religious in any way whatsoever. I think you should go out and live your own life the way you want to. Fuck everybody else. Nobody has an opinion to tell you what to wear, what to dress, what to do with your body. Fuck them all, right? It's nobody's business what you do. It's not my business. It's not your business. Let people do what they want to do. So if you want to be transgender, guys, go be transgender. I'm happy for you. As long as you find happiness within yourself, I love it. Good for you. But transgender people, you need to relax. You need to calm down a second, right? This is all new to us too. Be fair. Right? You have to be fair with us. This was all dropped on us too. And we've so much things to, right? Like, I've done this recently. Have you ever called somebody sir, and it turn around and be a woman. Not because choice, just because it's a manly looking woman. Big truck driver shoulders and like a kind of like a mullet. Have you ever done that? I have. Fucking bunches of times. Even when I was a kid. My dad is a truck driver. I would travel around with my dad all around Ireland. In that big truck, we pull into depots. You go to the canteen, the cafeteria, everyone's eating. You turn around and go, hey, excuse me, sir, can you pass me? Oh, I'm sorry. Fucking manly looking woman, right? Have you ever made the mistake? That's happened to everybody. Don't lie and say it hasn't happened to you. It has. From a distance. Is that a man, woman? I don't fucking know, right? It's happened to us all. Right? And it's also, some transgender people, guys, listen to me. Again, this is not an insult, but you don't do a good job. You don't do a good job. Some of you just put on lipstick. That's not, right? That's unfair to me. If you walk up to me, did you see that video on YouTube? With the woman, right? I'm going to use air quotes woman because he identifies as a woman, right? I don't know what happened. I don't know what surgery he did down below, but I'm going to do air quotes. He identifies as a woman. So if that's what he wants to be called, it's fine. But the kid behind the counter at GameStop went, here you go, sir. And then the woman, air quotes, went, it's ma'am. It's ma'am. Right? Sounding like Randy Savage. Oh, yeah, it's ma'am. You can't act like that. Kicking shit over just because you put lipstick on. What if that was a goth person? Did you ever see a goth person come in with lipstick on? Long black hair, black lipstick? What if they walk in and go, hey, you doing, ma'am? What can I get for you? Excuse me? I just like wearing lipstick because I'm goth. Now you've insulted that guy. Transgender people, I know you deal with a lot. I know you do. It's so tough out there. I'm on your side. But you also have to be patient with us. Right? I know guys who just like to wear women's underwear. My friend, he likes to put on women's underwear. Right? I've done many comedy shows before where there's been drag people, right? There's cross-dressers, there's drag queens, now there's transgender, right? We don't know which is which. That's all I'm saying is just give us time. It's not fair to us. This is all new to us as well. So you have to be patient as well as we have to be patient. Some of you are doing a great job at it. You guys go in, you get the operation done, you get the surgery done. Oh my God, you guys look fantastic. You look beautiful, women. Then there's some of you that just don't try and you go, I'm a woman. You better call me woman. If you don't put the effort in, if you're just a dude wearing lipstick and I call you ma'am by mistake, you're going to have to back down a bit and give me some credit and go, here's what you got to say to me. You go, oh, no. I'm a woman. And I will go, oh, okay. And that's it. I'll go, all right, that's fine. It's not going to take any time out of my day. It's not going to interrupt my day. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, one of these now. Just say it to me. Don't go, excuse me? How dare you? Sometimes people dress up as women, guys. Remember Bugs Bunny? I'm not comparing it to Bugs Bunny, right? Bugs Bunny dressed up as a woman all the time, but not once did I turn and go, holy shit, Bugs is a woman now? No, I didn't. Because you knew well enough to ask Bugs Bunny dressed up as a woman. We never immediately went, all right, well, Bugs is a woman now, guys, that's it. Going to change her name to Barbara Bunny. Babs Bunny. Wasn't there a Babs Bunny in the Looney Tunes? Or Animaniacs or something like that? I don't know. Tiny Toons. Babs. You need to be patient with us, transgender people. We are working together to try find harmony as one. We are trying to be one with the universe. We are trying to find peace amongst men and women. We want peace. Nobody is out to get you. I promise you. And I'm sure, yeah, you've definitely had some hard times, and even going through it and to be able to come forward. Yes, you are very brave. You are very brave. But most of us, if not all of us, most of us, I will say, we're on your side. Just be patient with us. That's all I say. We have so much to get used to, us people. We have so much to get used to. This whole world just changed overnight. Right? Practically overnight. It's all new to us. People are getting fired. So Lawrence, I don't know if your cousin should have been fired or not. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know if this podcast was too serious for you guys, but that's all I have. That's all I have for now. Hey guys, this week, New Jersey, Point Pleasant, down to Jersey Shore, 9 and 10. I am headlining Uncle Vinny's, one of my favorite spots in New Jersey. October 17, 18. Guys, on the 17th, I am headlining the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And on the 18th, I am opening for Artie Lang for the early show. It's good to see Artie again, and I will be headlining the late show. Artie's only doing one show that night, but Artie's there for the rest of the weekend too. So come down and see me, guys. I would love to see you again. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm sorry if this one was a little bit heavy, but I really wanted to answer Lawrence's question since he was the first one to write to me and ask a question. So if you guys want to have your questions answered and a topic brought up, find me on Instagram, guys. Mick Thomas Comedy. Send me a message. All right. Thanks so much for listening, guys. And I will see you again real soon. Thanks for listening. Good luck. Good luck to you now. Bye-bye. It's the Mick Thomas Podcast Show.